Hi, Year Six. How's it going? Hope you've had a really good weekend. It's been nice and sunny, so I hope you had a chance to go outside into the garden uh, and maybe go on a walk somewhere. I've managed to be doing lots of gardening outside and playing with my son. But also one of the things I've been doing is I've been planning this week's English, which I'm really, really excited about. It's probably one of my favourite units of English in terms of the video clip we use for it. Just I really enjoy it. I get some. In the past, I've had some amazing writing from this. It's a video clip based on the song Titanium by David Guetta. You'll know the song. It's quite a popular song. But what we're going to be using is the actual the video that goes with it. What I'm actually doing in a minute is just pause this video and go onto YouTube. Use the link that I've given you on the Home Learning Drive. Click on that and just watch the first 1 minute and 13 seconds of the song and just watch the video of the little boy and what happens. So I'm going to ask you to pause this video now and watch the video on YouTube. Okay? Right, hopefully you've watched that video now. As you can see, it's about a little boy who wakes up in the corridor of his school and it's been absolutely destroyed. There's paper everywhere, the lockers are wide open. Um, and if you watch the video all the way through, you'll see that later on the boy actually has supernatural powers. So what I'm basing on what I'm taking here is that he's obviously caused this incident. You can tell by looking at his face, he feels quite guilty about it. I don't think he intended to do it. I think it was an accident. But he sort of destroyed the school using these powers. And what we're going to do is we're going to use that as the inspiration for some of our writing this week. Um, what we'll do is, well, first of all, I'll just tell you what 5 lessons we're going to do this week. So the first lesson is lesson 1. We're going to explore the inner thoughts and feelings of this character, the boy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to write a first person narrative. So we're going to write a little bit of a story based on his perspective. First person narrative up to the first 32 seconds on the video. So that's just as he wakes up, really. Lesson 2, we're going to continue with that. And we're going to write from 32 seconds to 1 minute and 13 seconds. So that's the bit where he kind of moves past the teacher and moves past the police and just begins to make his escape. So it's a bit like writing a story opening, really. Lesson 3, we're going to take a different take on it. We're going to write the opening narrative again up for the first 1 minute and 13 seconds, but this time we're going to write from the perspective of the school teacher, so a different viewpoint. And then finally on Thursday and Friday, what we're going to do is we're going to plan and draft and write a newspaper article based upon the incident. So we'll start with lesson 1 anyway. So lesson 1, exploring the inner thoughts and feelings of the character, and the first 32 seconds writing a little opening to a narrative. First of all, we'll do this activity. So I go to the top here. It says this story is all about a young boy with supernatural powers that he cannot control. He's just woken up in the school corridor, which is destroyed, and is covered in debris and dust. What I want you to do is write down the inner thoughts and feelings of the character as he first wakes up. So the things he's thinking and questions he might be having in his head. What I'd like you to do is this probably take you 2 or 3 minutes, just very quickly, just to write down things he might be thinking inside his head at this point when he first wakes up. You can either print this out and do it on the actual head that's given, or just get a piece of paper and draw out a head like that, like so. To help you, I've come up with a few examples to get you going. So things he might be thinking in his head, well, what have I done? How has this happened again? So he sort of question himself. Am I some sort of monster? And some statements, I'm in so much trouble. The school is destroyed. I need to escape. So they're just a few examples of things he might be thinking. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is just pause this video and just for 2 or 3 minutes, just try and write out a few ideas for things you think he might be thinking in his head. Okay, if you pause it now and have a go. Right, good stuff. Hopefully you've had a go at writing down lots of ideas for things you might be thinking, and you sort of got an idea of how the character might be feeling at this point. So what we're going to do is write the opening to a little story, and we're going to write from the perspective of the boy. Obviously in class, I would always sort of model some writing to you first, and how I would do it. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to try and do it typing on the screen. What I suggest you do is watch me have a go at it, and then afterwards you're going to have a go at doing it yourself. And you can use some of my ideas and use some of my words, but obviously when you do your own version, I want to see if you can do it in your own way. And in fact, using some of my ideas make them even better and produce an even better story opening. Anyway, I'll model to you first. Here's my version. So we've got, I'm going to start with no, because that's what it's the first thing I'm thinking is no. When I'm panicking, that's what I think. No, no, no. It's that repetition of 3. Not again. I'll repeat myself. I've done it. Dot, dot, dot. Again. So we're getting across that panic here. This can't be happening. Surely. This can't be happening, surely. How can I cause? I'm questioning myself here. How can I cause so much damage, so much destruction? And I'll repeat it 3 times. So much devastation. That repetition of 3 there really makes a big deal out of it, so we can see how intense this is and how intense he's feeling. I'll go for a little semicolon sentence. My head is spinning. Semicolon. My body is shaking, or my heart is beating, something like that. My head is shaking. I'll go for a colon sentence. This isn't what I want. This isn't what I want. So let's go for a colon. This isn't what I intended. This isn't what I think that needs to be. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I intended. Okay. Remember, a colon can be used to replace because there. So this isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I intended. Exclamation mark. So lots of short clauses, and at the first point, all you're doing is just building up that sense of panic and disbelief and questioning yourself. Then what I think I would do is begin to explain what the room looks like. Because the reader, remember, they won't have seen the video clip. That's what we're basing it on. So we're writing it as if it's a story. So we need to do a little bit of explanation of what we're seeing here. So I'm going to say the room. So the reader knows what I'm talking about. The room is annihilated. There we go. The room is annihilated. Let's emphasize it more. Obliterated. What was on the floor? So if you click back to the video on yours, you can actually have a look at the floor. And if you have a look on the floor, there's all sorts of paper like strewn everywhere. Lockers were wide open, things like that. So I'm going to go for, excuse me, I'm going to go for debris on the floor. What else? Lockers wide open. Paper strewn everywhere. So the reader has an idea of what we're looking at here. Dash. I have destroyed the school. Let's build this up. Now I'm going to say that it's his school, so my school! Exclamation mark. Right. If you watch the video, he takes a breath at this point. So I'm going to go for, I'm sort of talk to myself now. So inhale, breathe. Oh, breathe. Calm down. You've got this. Because these are some of the things he might say to himself. Okay, so gets himself to breathe. You've got this. And he stands. So slowly, comma, I stand. I go for a longer sentence. I've done lots and lots of short sentences. Let's go for a slightly longer one. Let's go for a sentence opener. So with my heart beating, or my heart pounding, let's go for pounding ferociously. There you go. Really build it up. My heart pounding ferociously. With my heart pounding ferociously in my chest, inside my chest even, inside my chest, comma, I tiptoe forwards. Just move this down a little bit. With my heart pounding ferociously inside my fat chest, I tiptoe forwards. Some one worders: anxious, nervous, scared. Scared of myself, scared of what I have become. Scared of myself, scared of what I've become. I nervously, or not nervously, I've used nerves before, I cautiously make my way down the corridor. Keep it together. Keep it together. I've got this. Dot, dot, dot. Okay, so that's my opening to this story. It's about waking up. This first part here is all about waking up and how we feel. That part there, that complete shock. How can I do this? My body's spinning, my head's spinning, my body's shaking. This isn't what I intended. And then some short description of the room. It's annihilated, obliterated. There's debris on the floors, there's rubble everywhere. And then sort of pulling yourself a bit back together. Inhale, breathe, calm down. You've got this. Slowly I stand, with my heart pounding ferociously inside my chest. I tiptoe forwards, anxious, nervous, scared of myself, scared of what I've become. I cautiously make my way down the corridor. Keep it together. I've got this. Okay, so it's just that opening part, the first 32 seconds. Don't really want you to go past that bit yet, because on lesson 2, that's what we're going to be looking at. What I'd ask you to do, try and write it in first person. So I, present tense, lots of one-word sentences, short clause sentences, exclamation marks, question marks, range of punctuation. So semicolons and colon sentences are really good for short clause sentences. My head is spinning, semicolon. My body is shaking. Remember, semicolon can usually replace and. And here, this isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I intended. Here, the colon replaces because. Lots of repetition. So the room is annihilated, obliterated. Okay. Have a go at doing that. As I was doing that, then you could probably hear that I sort of think of ideas in my head, write them down. Sometimes they're not perfect, so I'll rewrite them or change things as I'm going along. And then at the end, I would always read it all the way back through, just to have a final check, proofread, and see if there's anything else that needs improving. I'll read this one very quickly back to you again. So it says, no, not again. I've done it again. This can't be happening, surely. How can I cause so much damage, so much destruction, so much devastation? My head is spinning, my body is shaking. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what I intended. The room is annihilated, obliterated. Debris on the floor, lockers wide open, paper strewn everywhere. I have destroyed the school. My school. Inhale, breathe, calm down. You've got this. Slowly I stand. With my heart pounding ferociously inside my chest, I tiptoe forwards. Anxious, nervous, scared. Scared of myself, scared of what I've become. I cautiously make my way down the corridor. Keep it together. I've got this. Okay. So have a go at doing it. Try and do it yourself. If you want to use my structure, that's fine. If you want to magpie, steal some phrases and words, that's fine. But make sure it's not just a complete copy of my version. Try and make it your own. And if you want to have a slightly different take on it and how he's feeling, that's absolutely fine as well. Please do send me your pictures of what you do. I love seeing your work and see how you're getting on, and have fun with it, guys, because it's a really exciting little video clip that we can do some really amazing writing with. Okay, have fun. See you soon. Bye.